Right, okay guys, so another pickup video. This one is a little bit more complicated because there weren't really, think about it, in fact there weren't any charity shop finds in here at all actually. I do forget the prices though, so I'll have to edit that in afterwards just to give you an idea. A couple I know, but not all of them. So anyway, I guess this is going to be the last one before Christmas, right? So yeah, let's get on with it. Right, so first off, and this is my big buy really out of the Blu Ray films. Although I say big buy, maybe not, because actually there's another one that follows in a minute, but we'll get to that. So this one is Iron Eagle. Yes, as you can see, this is I believe a Spanish copy, because you cannot buy this on Blu-ray in this country. This is only available abroad. It does play on our players, because it is region B still. It does have the subtitles on it, but you can take them off, it's not a problem. And of course it plays in English, that's the most important thing, right? So yeah, Iron Eagle. Now as a result, this is not a cheap film, it's not an expensive film either, but it's not a cheap one when you consider that some of these Blu-rays I pick up for £2 each. I mean, this brand new was $14.95 I believe. If I was slightly off, I'll put the price in the edit. But yeah, so Iron Eagle, great to have it back in the collection. I did have this on DVD originally, got rid of it like an idiot when Amazon Prime come around, you know, when I went through all that whole thing about, oh, let's get it digital, save room. Yeah, big mistake. Don't ever do that, guys. Keep your physical media. Anyway, now I've done my preaching, moving on. Watchmen. This one, I think it was less than £3 if I remember right. So I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Watchmen. I'll be honest, I did not enjoy this film at the cinema. But in recent times, my opinion of films I didn't like back in the day, I've started to enjoy now. And I think that's an age thing. So I thought, let's give Watchmen another go, because a lot of people in the comments have been saying to me, oh, Watchmen's a great film, Lee, you really should give it another shot. Well, I did, and I can tell you, I still hate this film. I don't like it. The pacing's awful. It's too long. Admittedly, this is a director's cut, so one of the problems I had with this film was the fact that Dr. Manhattan's always walking around with his schlong hanging out. I don't need to see that for 3 hours. This one has less than that, but it is still there. Yeah, this film is just not good. It's not a good film. I know there are people out there that are die-hard fans of this, but I'm not one of them. So I will be looking to rehome this. I picked it up purely to give it another chance. I've watched it. I still hate it. It won't be staying in the collection, so this will be moving on. I might give it to Martin, because I believe he's a fan of this. So, but yeah, no, not me. Right, and then we go on to a classic. Got this digitally, have not got it on physical copy. Uncle Buck. This one, I think I paid £6 something. Again, I'll let you know down below in the edit. But as you can see, it's just a basic Blu-ray. It's a great film. Me and my youngest really enjoy this film. We laugh at it every time, especially the bit with the bowling ball rolls off the shelf and smashes John Candy in the head. It's just a great, funny, simple film. And all I'm going to say is, John Candy, we really miss you, mate. We could do with you right now. Then we move on to a film that you may not have heard of. This one's a little bit more obscure. Now, this one I watched during the lockdown, basically, on Netflix back in the day. And say back in the day, I say it like it was ages ago. It was only like 4 or 5 years back. And that is Hurricane. Now, I managed to pick this up. This one does go for quite a bit secondhand normally. But I got this a lot cheaper than everyone else was charging. I mean, some people were charging like £8 secondhand. And I'm sure I paid under half that. Again, I'll let you know in the edit. But the only problem with it is it come through, this was from World of Books. They put them in airmail bags, a bit like Music Magpie, no padding. It dropped through the letterbox, and as you can see, it's broke the bottom clip. So at some point, I will need another case. But I'll tell you a little bit about this film. So this film is about the Battle of Britain, basically. As you can see, it's called Hurricane. Because most of the planes that defended England were hurricane planes. God, I can't get my words out today. A lot of people always think it was Spitfires, but a good majority of the heavy lifting was actually Hurricanes, to be honest. And this is about the 303 Squadron, which were Polish. So I think up until this point you hadn't really heard a lot of them. And I don't know how accurate the film is, so I can't really say. But this film If it is even remotely accurate to what went on, these guys did a fantastic job, and unfortunately were not treated very well afterwards. So if that really is even remotely true, we as a country should be ashamed of ourselves after the way these guys got treated, because they were fantastic pilots who did a really difficult job. And like I say, if this is anywhere close to what really happened, we should have treated them much better than we did. But anyway, nevertheless, a great film, guys. If you get a chance to pick this up, do pick it up. You will not be disappointed. It's a very good film. And then we move on to a classic. This classic you'll remember forever. Everyone remembers this film. It's just a great film. Great character building, great actors. Unfortunately, it's got Will Wheaton in it, although I would say that Will Wheaton wasn't really a knob back then like he is now. He was still a kid. But yes, of course, that's Stand By Me. It's got narration, obviously, by Richard Dreyfuss. And it's just a classic, you know. I had this on DVD, and this is an upgrade, basically. So, yeah, I saw it for a reasonable price. Again, I can't remember how much it was, but it was cheap. And so I grabbed it. I could have probably got it on 4K, but again, like I said to you guys before, you know, sometimes is it worth paying an extra 20 quid for 4K? I mean, Blu Ray's good enough, right? It's, you know, it's a good enough quality. That's all I need. So yeah, that's Stand By Me. Great film. So many good actors in that. Unfortunately, River Phoenix is no longer with us, but yeah, just a good film, a good feel-good film, I should say. Right, I'm going to leave the next one I've just picked up till last, because that one's quite a special one, so we'll get to that in a minute. Guyver. This is the DVD box set. Now, you might wonder, being a Guyver fan, why I've left it so late to pick this up. Well, I'll tell you. Number one, it was reduced in an Amazon sale, so that's why I picked this up. It had dropped down by, I think it was about a tenner, so it was well worth picking up. It is DVD, 7 discs. I don't normally pick up DVD. However, this on Blu-ray, for some reason, is ridiculously expensive, and you can only pick it up secondhand. And I thought, you know what? I've had enough of waiting now. I'm just going to get it on DVD. And the reason I've done that is because even if these discs rot, which they inevitably probably will do, I can back this up on my PC. It's DVD, smaller size files. It's not a problem. So either way, I will still have the set, you know. So yeah, I decided to just bite the bullet as it was reduced and just grab it. I've already watched disc one. It's not bad. It does have issues. I was a fan of the original series. This is the, like, if you like, the remake, the second version they brought out. I kind of preferred the first one that was on VHS. So it does have its issues. It tries to do too much too soon, in my opinion. But yeah, it's not bad what I've seen of it. I can't complain. So I've only watched the first disc. There's another 6 to go. So I will stick to my guns, watch the rest of it, and I'll let you know what I think of it. But anyway, that's Guyver. And then, last but not least, and the reason I've left this one is because this is not one that you just find everywhere. That is Krull. And you'll notice this is a premium collection. This is the HMV exclusive. So basically, I've been after this film on Blu-ray for a long time. I've got it on DVD. I wanted it an upgrade. There were 2 ways of getting this film, both for secondhand, because this is no longer in print anymore. I think it's a licensing issue. One is the HMV premium release, and then I believe there's a standard release. Now, for some reason, and this is from CEX, as you can see, for some reason on CEX, the standard edition goes for £2 more than this. I don't quite get why, and I'll show you why in a minute. So I grabbed the premium version, which was £2 cheaper. This worked out £18 with £2.95 postage. And the result I had was I traded some stuff in recently with CX, so actually this really didn't cost me anything. I used a voucher. So anyway, the reason I say about this being cheaper but you get more for your money is because you might notice there this is an odd sort of case, because obviously you've got your slip cover, right? So the reason it's an odd sort of case is because this isn't, like I say, your average version. Now, what you'll notice here is you've got your DVD as well as your Blu-ray, and you might notice there's another little thing here, and that are the photos that you get. With these premium collections, you get like kind of postcards. So we've got, that's the bad guy's lair, isn't it, at the end of the film. Then we've got all the good guys together there. the main poster. Great picture, that. I really do enjoy that. Now, I wasn't actually expecting to get these, because quite often with CEX, you don't get all the extras. People pinch them out of them before they trade them in. Here he is holding the glaive. And then you also, and this one unfortunately is a little bit damaged on the corner. I'm guessing someone had this on their wall. It's a bit unfortunate, but there we have the poster. So, yeah, someone must have had this on their wall and they've pulled it down, and that corner's damaged as well. In fact, I'd say that was drawing pins. Who puts a poster up from a collection with drawing pins? You've got to be a moron, really, haven't you? Anyway, moving on. So yeah, so as you can see, it came with all the extra gubbins, which I was really surprised at. I wasn't expecting, because, like I say, quite often people pinch the extra bits out when they trade them in, you know. But either way, like I say, the poster might be damaged, but at least it's still in there. So there's that. Maybe I can track down a replacement one at some point. But either way, for me, the main thing was actually getting this film in the collection, because I'm a massive fan of Krull. I suppose it kind of stands to reason I was a big fan of Star Wars, and I think ultimately if you're a fan of Star Wars, you're kind of a fan of Krull, because Krull was the British sort of answer to Star Wars. All right, it never really paid off in the same sort of way, but it's still a classic. It's got a cult following. It's a film I always enjoyed. It had a very dark tone to it as well. There's some really dark sort of things that happen in this, but if you've not watched it, you really need to watch this, guys. And like I say, it is available at CX. £18. So if you get a chance, get your hands on it quickly, because these don't normally tend to hang around for too long. When I saw it, I grabbed it straight away. So if you're after this film, I would do the same. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. And I guess really all there is to say is Merry Christmas, because this is the last one before Christmas. So hope you get plenty of films for Christmas. And if you do, let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Nerdy Geezer out.